Welcome to Chamber Talk, brought to you by North Orange County Chamber, where we explore the stories and insights of leaders, business owners and CEOs from various sectors who are making a difference in our community and region. Whether you're tuning in via podcast or joining us via video, we're glad to have you here. Hello everyone, and welcome to this quick episode of Chamber Talk. I'm Andrew, President of North Orange County Chamber of Commerce, and today we're highlighting an important opportunity for businesses throughout our region. Over the past several months, the Chamber of Commerce has been working alongside the County of Orange and the Southern California Association of Governments, otherwise known as SCAG, to help connect local businesses with the real procurement opportunities and resources that support economic growth. Today, joining us is Nicole Swain, who's the Senior Procurement Contracts Manager for the Outreach and Engagement for the County of Orange Executive Office. Thank you very much for joining us today, and we really appreciate your time.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm honestly so excited to be here and excited for this Chamber Talk.
So, Nicole, thank you very much for joining us today. Just to begin and share with the viewers, what does the Procurement Office do?
All right. So the procurement office is led by our county procurement officer, Maria Grusa, who is designated by the Board of Supervisors to procure on behalf of the County of Orange. Under Maria, we have a centralized procurement structure with 230 deputized purchasing agents, a large group who are spread across our 22 departments and supporting our communities through all procurement needs from AE, Public Works, professional services, human services, nonprofiting. We do it all. So procurement is a very busy department. I'm specifically over outreach and engagement. So it is my job to work directly with our amazing suppliers, our local and small businesses, and support them in getting registered to do business with the County of Orange and helping them to learn about all of our opportunities that come up throughout the year. And that's the gist of it.
And then what would you say, because obviously, all those departments running around, there's a lot to do. What would you say were the main sort of daily things that you see come across your desk or your office?
A lot of interest from our businesses and locally, specifically in how do we engage with the public agencies in the community? Like, how do I do business? I heard the city of Huntington Beach has a public works project. How do I get in with them? How do I get somebody on the phone? And they are interested in registering. A lot of us have different bid systems. Those are how our solicitations go out to the public. And our alliance was formed really to help those businesses connect with public agencies. And this was something that we noticed was an interest from a vast variety of different types of suppliers. And so, like I mentioned before, the nonprofit organizations, the human service organizations. So they're looking to connect with public agencies to do business and support their communities.
And do you find, like the outreach you were just mentioning with Huntington Beach, do you find you're often having to chase these municipals to help out, or to these other vendors or businesses? Or does it go both ways and they know about you and give you a call or send you an email or whatever they do?
No, I really feel like we're kind of the big sister, big brother at the county, and we have a lot of resources. So when new legislation or best practice comes about, we try to help our cities in understanding how they can apply that to their procurement policies and procedures. But I think it's definitely a collaborative effort, especially because we founded I'll go back. So the Orange County Procurement Alliance was formed in 2022 by our County Procurement Officer, Maria Grusa. And it really was formed because we noticed that there was a need for that collaboration between our 34 cities in the County of Orange. And I don't know if all of your listeners know, but the County of Orange is the third largest county in the state of California by population and the sixth largest in the nation. Oh. So we have a very busy busy county. So we wanted to collaborate with our cities. We get together quarterly on to discuss procurement best practices and enhance our efficiencies by optimizing our contracting strategies and maximizing our economies of scale. So we definitely saw the need there. And then we were getting interest from counties and cities outside of Orange County, which is why in 2024 we rebranded to the SoCal Procurement Alliance. And we now have over 80 public agencies and special districts who are members of the SoCal Procurement Alliance.
So after the rebranding, what did the SoCal Procurement Alliance, what is it? What's its missions and goals?
Okay, great question. Thank you. Our goal is obviously, well, first off, we started with a survey. We wanted to survey our local and small businesses in the SoCal region and see how can we help better support them. And we found that a RFP for a public agency is costing taxpayers around $30,000 to $50,000 every time that we're going out for a solicitation that goes to the board specifically. And RFPs obviously are a little different than a low bid. There's a lot more work that goes into it. So that is a big expense for taxpayers. But then in talking to our suppliers at our monthly vendor information days, we found that it cost a supplier anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000 for manpower and all that goes into responding to a solicitation and submitting a proposal. So we realized that there was definitely an opportunity for collaboration with all of our SoCal region public agencies and special districts to join forces. We're all doing the same thing, but separate.
Sure.
So how can we collaborate? We developed a contract sharing program, working together to develop scopes of work that fit all of our needs for the various public agencies that are members. And we have just continued to grow or maximize our economies of scale and work together with our members, I should say, to collaborate on these contracts.
And it may be too soon, so I apologize if the question's a little bit ahead of time, but have you seen that it has made a difference already and some budgets have been cut because it's sort of like starting to work?
Yes, we have. We have seen success with the Alliance, with the contract sharing program. We are working very closely with cities like Long Beach to take a contract that has historically been very expensive for our public agencies and taxpayers to come together and say, hey, let's all go in on this contract, and definitely found cost savings. I don't have the exact amount, but we do have it on our SoCal Procurement Alliance website. We've partnered with Pavilion for that contract sharing program, so you can check it out on our website.
Now, just for the audience, because some people, we think everybody has a different word, right, when they're in different scenarios. So education, business, government, everybody uses similar words, but they mean different things. When you're talking about contracts, you're not talking about X company comes to you with a contract necessarily. You're talking about contracts that could be shared between different entities. Do you mind elaborating a little bit on that for our viewers?
All right. So the real goal here and in our contract sharing program is to reduce duplication of efforts, support our small businesses through consistency, standardization, so everything kind of looks the same when they're replying to these proposals or submitting their proposals, and also to better serve our communities, saving our taxpayer dollars by offering these cooperative contracts that suppliers can say, hey, these services have been competitively bid by the SoCal Procurement Alliance, and this contract is compliant. It's consistent with the policies and procedures of your public agencies, and it's completely piggybackable. So suppliers are able to encourage, and obviously our public agencies are excited about, using these piggybackable type contracts so that they don't have to go through that expensive RFP solicitation process.
Sure. So it's almost like a very sound referral of business that can take care of whatever business you need to do within your city.
Yes. And faster, easier for our end users.
Right.
and more cost efficient for our suppliers, and our community is served in the same great way.
So then how do organizations like Chamber of Commerce and things like that that deal a lot with the businesses, how can we help share this information, put people in contact with you? How do you see that?
Thank you for asking that. That's something that we've been working a lot with our board of supervisors as well, is sharing this out to their city managers, to their chambers of commerce in our various cities and special districts throughout the SoCal region. Because the more involvement, engagement we have from our public agencies, the more we can collaborate and create these types of cooperative contract sharing programs and save taxpayer dollars and yeah.
That makes sense. So now I'd like to sort of jump into, why you popped round today is talk about the event that's coming up. I do believe this is the 5th annual Supplier Outreach event. So could we start, or would you mind starting with sharing a little bit about, obviously it's annual, you've done it 5 times. Can we, where it started and what the goals are of this?
The Supplier Outreach event was started in 2022. I really want to go back to COVID.
Okay.
And COVID was a tough time for public agencies. And I say the County of Orange, it really came down to those relationships that we had built with our suppliers that helped us to get through that and get critical items that the community needed out to them.
Right.
So I think that that's really where the Alliance and the Supplier Outreach Day stemmed from, originated from. In 2022, we had our first Supplier Outreach event at Miles Square Park, at Freedom Hall. It was under a tent, maybe no more than 150 exhibitors. It was our Orange County local suppliers, and we had this idea to connect our 34 cities, procurement professionals and users, all that need services within our communities, to connect them with local small businesses and statewide suppliers. So we invited them to our first ever Supplier Outreach event, and it was immediately a success. Those relationships went beyond the event. They were able to have one-on-one time, walk around, and what's unique about our event is it's not the suppliers doing all the exhibiting. We also have our public agencies and special districts and resources like chambers, like SCAG, like XBN, previously known as Small Business Diversity Network, right? We have all of our resource partners, our suppliers, and our public agencies hosting booths. So it's kind of like a reverse trade show, you could say, where you could walk straight up to, say, City of Huntington Beach, as we mentioned earlier, and say, how can I do business with you? We have been looking for a way to contact somebody within your organization and get registered and know about opportunities available with the city or the county. So it started small, and the last year's event actually grew so large we had to move to the Anaheim Convention Center. We had over 1,500 attendees, 350 exhibitor booths, and over 50 public agencies in attendance.
Wow.
It was our largest event yet, and we're already this year, our 5th annual, seeing it grow.
So if I may ask, it obviously makes sense regarding procurement, coming up to folks or cities or whoever and asking, how can I do business with you? But this is also, we're asking regular folks in business to go, what are you expecting them to get out of it? So if somebody has a booth, let's say they're a printer shop, and then they set up their booth there, what are you expecting for them to get out of this event?
Okay, great question. So, our attendees, our suppliers, the biggest opportunity for them, if you were to ask me, is the structured matchmaking that we offer. So that's an opportunity for them to have a one-on-one conversation with public agencies and special districts that are in attendance, and talk about how to do business with them, upcoming projects and opportunities, and really, like we said, building that connection, giving them that opportunity to have that FaceTime. So when they're contacting that procurement professional and they say, hey, I saw that opportunity is available, I'm going to be putting a proposal in for it. And I think it's just that one-on-one time. So outside of our the one-on-one matchmaking opportunity, we also have some panels. This year, we have an incredible manager panel, and the idea behind that is the economic development and what's going on in, say, the next 3 years in our SoCal region. It's going to be a very busy time for us. We have the FIFA 26 events, the Super Bowl 2027, as well as the Olympics in 2028. So it's going to be a very busy time here in the SoCal region. And we are really trying to make sure that our public agencies have that connection with suppliers who they can count on and turn to for all the needs of the community.
Now, if I may also ask, because you were mentioning before that we were having 370 booths and what have you and everything else, who are you expecting just to attend, just to walk around, just to find out more? Is that a mixture of loads of different folks, people looking for business, people looking to hire people, find out more about the procurement? What are your expectations for the audience who are generally coming around collecting bags from everybody and business cards?
So our event this year, our theme is We're Stronger Together, Good Government. So the event, when you say who's walking around, we've invited our end users from all the various public agencies to come. These are the decision makers. These are the staff who work at these public agencies who are really managing the projects that the day in and day out. We've invited them to come walk around. We have our public procurement professionals who are walking around. And that's why we encourage our suppliers to have at least 2 people at their booth. So they also can walk around and meet with the public agencies that they've been looking to connect with.
Right.
Also, we're going to be kicking off our event with some really great speakers. We have our chair of the Board of Supervisor Chafee, as well as our Supervisor Sarmiento from District 2 and Supervisor Wagner from District 3. And also really excited to invite our State Procurement Officer, Miss Angela Schell. She's going to also be kicking off the event for us. So it's going to be a really great event. And oh, I wanted to mention something else. I got to look at my note really quick, but I think it's important to share with your listeners how exciting it is that this year we're also going to have a sports influence at our event. We will be having participation from professional sports organizations, which really creates a unique connection between our public agencies, our private industry, and our sports sector. So bringing them in and really excited for that this year.
Well, we've done a lot of outreach already ourselves. We already know that some members have already applied and registered. But I wanted to touch on something because this event is actually free for everyone in business. Do you want to share a little bit more about that?
Yes. We have worked really hard to keep this event free the 4 prior years and now going into our 5th annual event. It is free for all attendees to be an exhibitor or to attend in general. Admission. So the reason that we keep this free is because we want to show how important it is to our suppliers that we help them in their business and connect them with public agencies. And all of our agencies, members of the Alliance, everyone who's going to be there, they're very excited to meet with the suppliers and connect with them on business opportunities that they have in the future.
So let's just quickly talk about whilst we're mentioning it, because there is a flyer, and maybe if I'm smart enough, I might be able to put it on the video when we finish. But we the advertisement is 50 plus government agencies, 375 exhibitors, and 1,500 plus attendees. And the event's on April the 15th between 9 and 2 o'clock. And are there any needs or wants that anybody needs to do when they go online? We'll put up the registration code up there on the video. But are there any things they need to do? Is there anything in particular they should bring with them that you think would be better for them?
Yes, absolutely. Bring information. So public agencies will have upcoming opportunities in, say, the next 6 months to a year at their tables, their contact information. So you definitely want to bring any information that you'd want to share with the public agencies. If you have a cooperative contract, you might want to share that at your table. So this year, I want to jump in. You had mentioned what the advertisement was, but we are already projecting over 2,000 attendees.
Wow.
We have over 80 public agencies signed up, and we have 582 exhibitor
Look
booths.
at that.
So it is already growing for
Right.
our 5th annual event, and it is going to be just a really great time for everyone.
So one of the questions that I have as we're coming towards the end of our little time here is being a Chamber of Commerce and doing some really large events. We need to get sponsorship sometimes to help us get through that because we're a member-driven organization. Now, what does that look like for the procurement department?
So similar.
Okay.
Yep. We're not able to use taxpayer dollars for events such as a supplier outreach event.
Okay.
So we definitely look to our sponsors. So we've been reaching out to, when you register, there's an opportunity for you to check that you're interested in being a sponsor of the event. And our sponsors get priority table location. They get first pick when it comes to the matchmaking, those one-on-one sessions we were talking about earlier with the suppliers and the public agencies. And also they get their logo on our printed materials, banners, shout outs by the DJ. We will have a DJ and a 360 photo booth, so make sure you don't forget to hit those up at the event. But yeah, so the sponsorships is 100% how we're able to continue to offer this event as a free event.
And as we're sort of like on camera right now, are there a few sponsors that you can remember on the top of your head to name off to give them extra sponsorship kudos?
I would love to. We have so many great sponsors. Since we have United Rentals, Canon, Staples, Main Techs. We have so many great ones, though. They're all on our website. C2 Tech, great local small business that we have sponsoring the event. So definitely check those out. Our sponsors are being added to our website daily.
And then I'm assuming, or I'm guessing, is there like a program that people will be in as well at the event itself?
Yes, we will have a program. We'll have some swag bag right when you
When you come into registration?
Yes, when you walk up to registration,
Yeah.
we'll have a swag bag for you, and there'll be a map of where all the suppliers and public agencies are located at throughout the room, where the stage is, all the exciting activities throughout the day, and we will definitely be posting everywhere and shouting out our sponsors from the DJ booth.
Now, a very big question for some people because it is from it was from 9 to 2 o'clock. Right?
Yes, the 5th end.
Is there some food or?
That's so funny. That was like one of the biggest things last year. We need more food. So we will have some great lunch food trucks and posted right outside of the convention center, and also some finger foods that we will have available around 12:15, maybe.
Oh, excellent. All right. I like
No.
that. Well, thank you for that. That's a good thing.
But the 5th annual Supplier Outreach event is happening April 15th at 9 to 2 at the Anaheim Convention Center, and all of your listeners are welcome to come completely free.
And I also have one other follow-up thing. So usually when we do a podcast or we do a Chamber Talk video, we always ask our guests if there's something we missed. We're giving them like a free mic time. You've sat there very well and you've answered all these questions. And so is there something that either we've missed or maybe there's a message you would like to share, whether it's about the procurement department or whether it's about the event? We just wanted to open that up for you, Nicole, just to give you that free mic time.
Something I would really like to share is how important it is to get the word out there to our small businesses. We talk about a lot of our really amazing suppliers and sponsors, but this event started and continues to be about connecting our local small businesses with public agencies in the SoCal region. So if you are a local small business, don't worry about going up against bigger suppliers. Definitely get your booth, come out. It is not super scary doing business with a public agency. I know I've heard, oh, I don't really want to do business with the government, but I promise you it isn't as hard as it looks, and we are there to hold your hand and walk you through the process, and anything that we can do to support you, that is my main job at the county. So give me a call directly.
So Nicole, thank you so very much for coming on today. Really do appreciate it. We appreciate all the work you are doing. And of course, we shouldn't forget that SCAG have been helping too. So thank you to them as well. And then it looks like we should also thank all our sponsors and attendees who are going to be coming at the event as well.
Yes, thank you to everyone who's the staff, the supervisors who have supported this initiative, our alliance, and most importantly, our amazing suppliers.
Thank you, listeners, for tuning in to Chamber Talk. Until next time, stay inspired and connected by visiting nocchamber.com and selecting Sign Up for News at the homepage. For more interviews, visit chambertalk.podbean.com.